Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. Today is going to be a heavy episode, folks. A heavy episode. And why is it going to be a heavy episode? Because I am going to piss off the far left and I'm going to piss off the far right. And I am going to point out much of their hypocrisy. And it's the hypocrisy within our gaming community. And the reality is, in my humble opinion, they are opposite sides of the same fucking coin. They are so similar in their tactics, it is spot on amazing. So, let's go to something from last month. Matthias Ironstar. Matthias Ironstar. Look at the bottom. Matthias also goes by Mac Stickrod. I believe Matt Stickrod is his true name. Ooh, like a wizard. He's got a true name. So Ironstar was so nice to do a post in the OSR RPG group, uh, who says part of their rules are be nice about everybody, say nice things, treat everybody with kindness, yada yada yada. It only applies, by the way, to people that follow the religious dogma of said group. And yes, it is a religious dogma. You can be a heretic. You could be an infidel. I think both sides regard me as an infidel. Maybe a heretic if they thought I was on their side at one point, but it's certainly becoming Tenkar the infidel. They both see me as opposite of what they are. I find that amazing. So, is it bothering anyone else to support a certain very popular, very recent Kickstarter? Elephant in the room, right? Shadow Dark. That is gladly willing to endorse Tenkar and his cronies. So for the left, I have cronies. For the right, I have minions. All right. Last time I checked, they were, I'm going to say the word, Nazi sympathizers and troublesome tumors in the hobby. So, Matt, thank you so much. Because you're going to prove my fucking point in a moment. But this is something that both sides, by the way, do this. They don't attack you in public. They attack you in their private little walled gardens. All right. So, and both are infiltrated by the other side. Both. All right. I don't have people embedded in your group, but there are people in your group, this group, in the conservative right wing group on Facebook that I called out the other day for their. We're just going to ban people with rainbows in their profile because we have to treat everybody equally. We love everybody, but they both say the same shit. We both love everybody. We're both accepting. No, you're not. You're both religious fanatics. Honestly, look at yourselves. So, this is what someone on the far left thinks of me, thinks of my friends, my cronies. There we go. And then I get something recent. Now this was on Tom Verolt's video, and I didn't even realize how exciting this was until I just saw the initial. Then there was more comments. Oh my god! And it probably isn't the person you think it is based upon Justin Heads 5751 because first off, they don't realize that Don and Tenkar are different people. I am not Don Samora. I mean, I think you've seen us side by side. I don't think I passed for Don. But on top of that, this individual, at the very least, has done a Google search of philosophers. There was stuff here that I went, wow, that sounds like not even vaguely familiar. That sounds like something I read I don't know, 35 years ago in college, maybe. Um, I did take a couple of philosophy courses. I did find that philosophy in general was a form of mental masturbation, like we think, therefore we don't have to do. But in any case, let's go to Justin Heads. Any assessment of this topic that leaves out the dishonest, it should be dishonesty, so maybe there is a little Justinian language going on here, of Tenkar, Tankar, / Don, burning himself neutral in the cultural war while being demonstrable of far leftists. Right, now we just found out that I am, according to the far left, uh, Nazi sympathizer, but according to the far right, I am a far leftist. It's an objectively invalid assessment. I do find trying to cause people pain by bringing up their dead loved ones to be repugnant. But more importantly, the elephant in the room was deftly dodged here, and that's the reason why. Many don't like him because he's not at all even a bit neutral. Now, I'm going to explain something to you. Okay, Lucy? I'm going to explain. And this is what I'm going to explain because it's an important thing, and I've mentioned it before, but for some people, it just doesn't sink in. So I'm going to let you know how it works. And I mentioned it as a response. We're going to go from there, and I'll expand upon it. Here's the deal. The Tavern, in its various incarnations, is a neutral ground. Those are the social incarnations. That is the Facebook group, the MeWe group, the Discord. I asked those participating to leave their political and social agendas at the door. We avoid discussing such as we are gathering to talk gaming and geekdom, and those are the ties that bind us in common interests. We're not looking to add drama. Some people are. I'm gonna name names: Dave Simpson, Dave Nighthawk, Dave Hawk, Dave Simpson, Nighthawk. I have banned Dave at least 4 times from the Tavern's Facebook group, and he was bragging that I got banned again. And why did he get banned? Because he kept on bringing up politics. He was proud he's getting banned. So I'm sure he's going to be like, "Hey, Tenkar mentioned me." Yeah, I'm mentioning, but it's not, folks. If a group says we don't talk politics, then respect the rules, right? Respect the rules. And why politics are important. We're coming into presidential elections here in the United States. And it's certainly something that's a very important thing to discuss and talk about. But not in a group devoted toward elf games and dwarf games and fantasy games and science fiction games and talking about geek stuff. Let's talk about that stuff. Let it be our escape. Everybody needs an escape from the real world. That's our escape. So, those are neutral grounds. However, pointing at me, on a personal level, I'm a moderate. Now, some people would say the D&D alignment system. A moderate, right? They're in the middle, right? They're neutral. It's not quite the same. I am in that gray middle ground. I lean left on certain issues and right on others. On one issue, I do not waver, and you have seen this repeatedly from me, and it's why the far left and the far right, I give them nightmares. I am the one that wakes up certain people in the middle of the night, and they're like, fucking Tenkar. I can't be canceled. I know they try. I can't be canceled. I don't do this for the money, right? I'm not making an income on this. I'm not paying bills on this. I do it because I enjoy it. I enjoy doing what's right by my community. Um, I take pride in what I do. And I call balls and strikes, regardless of who is at bat, regardless of the team that is batting. So, if I totally dislike your team and I think you personally are a piece of shit, should I name the person? You've heard me describe this person as a piece of shit, and I wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire. And yet, if they write a product that I think is amazing and one of the top 5 ever in old school gaming, possibly gaming overall, I will call it as I see it. I will say that. because I call balls and strikes. And I call them for what they are. And I call hypocrisy for what it is. So let's go back to this. On one issue, I did not waver: the hypocrisy of the far left and the far right, claiming to be for everyone, but in truth, only interested in their own walled gardens with their little echo chambers. And that is true. What is the left doing? Oh, well. Oh, by the way, the left banning people for asking a question about a server-wide ping on the Discord server. Is that any different from a certain company banning people for asking questions about what products they're going to produce and if they actually had the trademark? It's the same fucking thing. Or you ask a question, boom, you're blocked. You ask a question, boom, you're banned. Why? Why do this? Because they want an echo chamber. So when they say they and they want an echo chamber to discuss their particular views, which is why they both do it. They both try to infiltrate groups that are non-political and turn them political, because in D&D terms, I don't care which side consider themselves good or evil. They're both chaos. They're both chaotic. They're both looking to cause disorder amongst others. They don't see it that way, certainly, but that is what happens. So, they both attack those that take vocal stands against their extremist views, which is why the left calls me a fascist or a Nazi, and the right labels me as woke. I'm a far leftist, right? I must be doing something right if both extremes find me as their enemy. And I thank the individual for letting me know that I'm on the right path. And then they come back with, big words. I mean, Gygaxian prose is coming up here, folks. You presuppose a certain political and ideological baseline as being universal, apodictic, and therefore neutral. But you don't even understand who neutrality works or how true. This is one of those words that Rachel can get because she got a master's. Epistemological neutrality is an actual impossibility. All your takes, of which there are many in this place, we supposedly avoid them, are lefty. All my takes are lefty, folks. I did not realize that. Just face it and admit it. Don't be ashamed of who you are. So, by saying that I don't approve of, I don't know, purity tests, right? That's what we're saying, right? That makes me a left. The left is doing it, right? The right is doing it. They only see from their perspective. So I am, for sure, left of this fucking jackass. That is for sure. And for sure, Matt Strickland, Strickland, Strickrod. Oh, jeez. Matthias Ironstar for those. I am certainly to the right of Matthias. The great, again, in gaming terms, to put this back into a gaming framework, that neutral ground and middle, that neutral evil, neutral good, chaotic neutral, lawful neutral, neutral, that gray area where everybody most people are not those extremes. Right? A lot of people are like, I am neutral, lean conservative, or we would say moderate, lean conservative, moderate, lean liberal. Again, depending on the issue, I lean either way, depending on the issue. But these two extremes are becoming their own religion. Not just in gaming. This is beyond that. But they got purity tests. They're exclusatory. They ban. They don't take questions. How dare you question anything? You're fucking banned. You're booted. They are the same coin. They are just opposite sides. Yes, I'm an infidel. I'm proud to be a fucking infidel in this war of politics that's going on. I believe most of my viewers, you're probably infidels too. Maybe you're heretics, right? Maybe you saw yourself on the left or saw yourself on the right, and then you saw how they've become, and you went, I can't, I'm not that. Well, no, you're a heretic now. You're not even an infidel. You're a heretic. Think about it. Think about it. This is what we're up against. This is and again, I give both sides nightmares because they can't cancel me. They can't unperson me. The right, the right wanted to take my job. I don't have a job. I'm retired. They wanted to take my pension. You can't take my pension once I have it. Sorry. But they were trying. The right wanted to do that too. Luke Gygax. The left, I don't know if they actually go. Well, they'll try to get your job. They'll try to get you to lose your free work, your freelance work. They both do it. They both do it. They are no different from the other, except in their extremist views. But their manners, the way they go about stuff, is the same old shit. My advice, avoid it. My advice, don't feed it. My advice, when you see the hypocrisy, call it out. I will. I will call it out gladly. So, to the far left, to the far right, that's for you. Enjoy. Otherwise, folks, be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. I will be back again tomorrow with a live stream. It's going to be Talking Crit, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. I believe we have a special guest. I'd have to ask Mike. Yes, one of my cronies, my minions. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. All right, folks. God bless. I'll catch you all later.